Let's learn variable in Java. So basically, what is variable? Variable are a container that store value. So in other words, what you can say is variable are used by Java to temporarily store data in computer memory. So let's learn what are the types of variable that is stored, right? So we do have int here. So if you say int, it will store the integer whole number. So it's without decimal, such as like 1 1 or -1 1. So those are taken care by int. And we do have float, which takes a decimal number, such as like 1 1.11 1.12. So we do have char, which is storing character. So if you wanted to store a character such as like alphabet A, B, you give for the grids, right? So those things can be taken care by char. And we do have another called string. So string stores the text such as hello, hello world, all the sentence word that is being stored by string. So you can see that collection of character is being stored by string. And if we need to store like two state, either true or false, those can be taken care by boolean. How to write a variable? So the syntax here is you just have to mention the type that we learned earlier. You just have to give the name, whatever the name you prefer, and then you can give the value that you like. For example, you just wanted to store a name of a person. So as you can see here in the type, as we learned earlier, word is taken care by string. So we'll just write string over here, and in the regarding the like variable name, you'll just give a meaningful name. So you can say student name or just name anything. You can just give any variable name here, and as you can see here, equals, which is the assignment operator. So we'll just assign a value to the name. So the value will be Mike or anything. As you can see here in the example, the string name equals Mike. So we just give a type as a string, the name of the variable, and the value that we want. For string, you just need to give double quote. So let's take another example here. So if you'd like to write an integer number, you just have to give a type as int, the variable name. You can, as you can see here, we are just giving as a salary, and you can assign a value. But the number, integer number, any numbers does not require any quotation mark. So let's see this in action. Let's go ahead and store a value of student name. So the type will be always string. So let me write a string, and the variable name, let's give student name. I would prefer camel case and the student name here, and let's say Mike here. So Mike, and here, as you can see here, so this, as we write this one, what we are saying is to Java is store a variable called student name and assign a value Mike. So this is how we can write a variable. Let's take another example. Let's go with a boolean. Let's write a variable called isStudent, which gives either true or false. If a student is student, it will just give true. Let's take that example. So what we can do is we can write boolean, and we can write the variable name as isStudent and equals, let's say, true. So as you can see here, this is how you write a variable in Java. Similarly, let's go ahead and create a floating number. So with regards to the floating number, if it's a decimal, right? Let's say salary is in floating number. So I'll just need a variable called salary. So I'll just go ahead and give a type as a float since my number is in decimal, and I will just say salary. So my salary is, let's say, 250.55. With regards to the floating number, as you can see here, I just have to mention f at the back, so that will don't denote it's a floating number. And as you can see here, this is how we store a floating number. Now, instead of printing this hello world, what we can do is we can go ahead and print the variable itself. So I will just go ahead and take the name of the variable, I'll copy it, and I'll paste it here, right? So as you can see here, we are getting this error. It is because static and non-static. So in the meantime, you can ignore this. I'll just make this variable static. So later on the course, we'll just learn what is static and non-static. But in the meantime, you can just make everything static here. So now I'll just go ahead and run the code. So as you can see here, Mike is printed, right? So let's have some fun. What we can do is we can just concat and make some story over here. So you can go ahead and create your own variable and your own story as well. So let me go ahead and write a string over here. So let's say my name is, and So we'll just add this string with this value using a plus operator. And let's say, let's see what we get. As you can see here, my name is Mike, and let's say we just use another additional operator here and concat another string. Let's say my hourly salary is, and let's get this value from here, salary, and let's paste it here. So let's see what it becomes. So my name is Mike and my hourly salary is 250.55. So we can just give a space here, which will create a space and which won't add it together. So now it looks good, I believe. So you can go ahead and create your own string like name, age, address, salary, and similarly you can go ahead and concat the string with a variable value using this additional operator. So as you can see here, instead of Mike, I say Tom, and let's say instead of the salary, I say 350. I'll just go ahead and run it. As you can see here, my name is Tom, my hourly salary is 350.55. So now go ahead and enjoy creating different kind of variable that you prefer and create your own story.